Welcome to our channel. We are in South London today in Camberwell. We're looking at a lower ground and ground floor masonette. The clients came to us distressed. They had a dark and dingy lower ground floor. The space wasn't really working for them. They wanted to try and maximise the value, add as much square footage as possible and make way for their new family. What we ended up with was a 4-bedroom split level masonette, 2 bathrooms and a wonderful open plan kitchen dining living space with a really funky rear extension. The client allowed us to really go a little bit more vibrant than we usually do. The teal coloured tiling really sets off and makes this extension stand out. Because of the orientation of the masonette, we've got a lower ground level and a ground floor level, and the garden is kind of in between that. So making use of steps going down from the main kitchen dining living space and coming up from the study area down in the basement was part of the design. Since we finished this project, our clients have had a little baby girl, which is fantastic, but it does mean that they've had to add some extra safe baby features which weren't part of the original design. You'll see the stair gates behind me. To ensure that the client had good visibility lines out into their garden, we made sure that the external stair had open treads so that they've got that line of sight through to the rear of the garden space. The lower ground floor had really low ceiling height, so we made sure that we dug down as much as we can to give an extended height in those lower ground floor rooms. And fortunately, because the ground floor had really high ceiling heights, we were able to take advantage of that in the open plan kitchen dining space and in the front master bedroom. So I'm standing in the extension part of this project, squaring off this area here. This is the rear external wall of the main building. Now what the previous architect did is remove a lot of this structure. Now we managed to figure out a layout that worked for the client, but also kept a lot of this original structure in, meaning lower fire risk requirements and reducing build costs by keeping some of the structure in, and meaning that we didn't have to install big goalpost steel frames, doing lots of underpinning and foundation work, which saved a lot for the client. So I'm currently sat where the master bathroom used to be. Waste of space, doesn't make use of this beautiful views to the garden. So what we did was introduce this Oriel window that gives the kitchen dining living space that extra sense of more space. It doesn't add any square footage, but it gives the extra sense of space, lets in plenty of light, and is really dramatic from both the inside and the outside. So we're currently in the lower ground floor level, and what we did with this space was extend into the infill area to the rear. It allowed us to have this dead space in the centre as a new family bathroom. So let's take a look. So the original family bathroom was at ground floor level. Now that was prime real estate to get windows and look out into the garden, so we didn't want it there. We added the extra infill space to the left of me, which created this space for a lovely family bathroom. Now the tiles that we used in the bathroom were a bit of a nod to the external cladding that we've put on, so vertical orientation metro tiles in a light blue that's very similar to what we've done outside. So here we're in the 3rd bedroom, which also doubles up as a study stroke office for the clients. Multifunctional space whereby it's used in an office during the day and then it's used as a snug TV room in the evening once the child has gone down to bed. The plans that the previous architect drew up didn't actually add that much square footage. Now the scheme that we came up with extended into this infill section at lower ground level and ground floor section to add a significant amount of square footage to the property. Now that not only adds value, but it also adds the space that they need to thrive as a family. So we've got these amazing sliding doors that open out into the garden. These doors by Max Light, and they really let the outside in. So we're about to go and visit the 4th bedroom in this place. Doubles up as a study. It's about 7 square meters, so it could be a nursery room in the future. But what I really wanted to show you about this room is that this used to be the kitchen. So a tiny space within the house. There was a door out just behind me, about 2 cabinets this side, sort of 3 or 4 cabinets along this wall, and this was the whole kitchen for the house. So I know what you're thinking, how much did this cost? So I'm going to break it down for you now. The construction cost, the base construction cost, was £200,000, but don't forget the VAT. That pretty much takes you to £240,000. The kitchen and the final finishes which were client supply, so bathroom fittings, tiling, kitchen, that's amounted to about £25,000. And then we've got professional fees, so they amounted to between 10 and 12%, so another £25,000 to £30,000. All in all, there wasn't much change from £300,000, which for such a fantastic finish has not only added the space that the client wanted, but also added a significant amount of money to the actual house value. If you want to know who provided all of the fixtures, fittings, roof lights, Oriel window, we'll put a link to those suppliers in the description. And if you've got any questions about this project at all, drop them in the comments below. If you've enjoyed this project house tour, head over to see more on our YouTube channel here.